Benton, what's the most annoying thing about being trans?
All the bloody questions.
Hi, is this Benton Sorensen?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm with Vogue, and we have 70 questions.
70?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Is this your house?
For now.
Benton, what's your sexuality?
Oh. Often.
How has your life changed since you started taking testosterone?
You didn't prepare me for any of these questions, Vogue. Well, it's easier for me to order over the phone and in drive-thrus.
What was the first change that you noticed when you first started taking testosterone? That's gross.
Mm-hmm.
What was your family's response to when you came out to them as trans?
Well, it was a process, you see, and it really came down to saying, we should have known sooner.
Have you ever had any trouble at school or at work not being accepted?
Ooh, honestly, no, not really. I mean, I've always had a great group of friends, and living in such an accepting city has been something I've, honestly taken for granted, I think. We're so lucky to live in Vancouver where these things are talked about and there's awareness and groups and so many medical resources for this kind of thing, so it's been good.
How ingrained would you say you are with the transgender community?
Honestly, I wish I was more.
If you could give yourself a piece of advice before you came out as transgender, what would it be?
Follow your gut.
If someone was having trouble being accepted, what would your advice to them be?
Good question. Follow your gut.
What question do you get asked the most?
Usually has to do with surgery, sex, and assuming that a lot of bad things happen.
Have you had any surgeries?
I've had one surgery. I had a hysterectomy in 2019, this year, and I'm anticipating to have top surgery in 2020.
Do you wear a binder every single day to bind your chest?
Not anymore.
How did you get such a flat chest without binding?
Very good luck, and the testosterone helped a little bit too.
What was the most annoying part of transitioning?
Having to do my shot every week, and still having to do it.
How's your hairline doing?
Oh, we've seen better days.
Are you suddenly really good at sports and lifting weights because you're taking steroids? Do you find that people in society treat you differently now that you're presenting as a male?
Good question. I know the answer is yes.
Do you ever feel the need to out yourself to people?
Yes. Usually because it's just something I want to talk about with people, or outing myself to them will make me more comfortable. Maybe sometimes it might even help them.
What's the most common question that people ask that is kind of offensive, but they might not realize it?
I think when people assume that being transgender is all about having bottom surgery.
What is the biggest misconception about bottom surgery?
I think that everybody wants to have it, and that it is what defines your gender.
Did you change your name before you physically started transitioning?
Physically, no. Medically, yes. I cut my hair and I started dressing more masculine, looked at myself in the mirror, and really thought about what name would suit this new look that I was growing into.
What other names were you considering other than Benton?
Well, way back in the YouTube game, when I first started watching trans people, I watched Skylar.
Skylark 11?
Skylark 11. So one of my options was Skylar. Leave a comment below if you think that name would have suited me.
How long after taking testosterone did you notice a change in your voice?
I believe it was at the 4-month mark is when I really started to notice my voice changing.
What's the best part about being transgender?
Being a part of the community and having lived in the world being perceived as female and as male.
Do you think living life as female and as male has helped your relationships, both friends and romantically?
I think it has the opportunity to give trans people a really unique outlook and a lot of empathy when it comes to relating to people that we have relationships with.
You've got a really good beard going on there. How long did it take for you to grow that?
6 years.
How long have you been on T for?
6 years.
What was the change that you were anticipating the most when you first started taking T?
Honestly, my beard.
If someone isn't able to take testosterone yet, what would you say that a step they could take to make them feel better would be?
Going about regular life, trying not to let it hold you back, being who you are in every situation every day, and knowing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it will happen. You just gotta be patient and keep working for what you want.
Were you misgendered a lot around the beginning of your transition?
Yes, for sure. Yes.
What would your advice be to people that often get misgendered?
Often the people who misgender you are people who are never going to see you again, are not people in your life who care about you, who love you. And being misgendered is simply based off of their stereotypes and their perception of what it means to be male and female. Everybody perceives these things differently. So you can't judge yourself based on what somebody else is stereotyping these things to be.
Could you tell us the difference between gender, sex, and expression?
Yes. Sex is your anatomy, your chromosomes. Gender is everything that's up here, how you feel, how you think, who you believe that you are and who you are, and your expression is how you express these thoughts on the outside.
What's something you do when you get really hateful comments on your YouTube videos?
This is something I've struggled with since I started making YouTube videos way back. I've really tried to focus my energy on responding and connecting with the people who leave positive comments rather than immediately pressing reply and responding in a rebuttal to a hate comment. It's just not worth putting your energy into somebody who is probably not going to change no matter what you say.
I've heard taking tea can make you really hairy. Is that something that you experienced?
A little too much so, I'd say.
Where do you get a lot of hair? Everywhere. Are you going to start posting on YouTube more frequently?
Yes, we are. For sure.
So you say you want to get more involved in the community again. What's your plan for that?
Yeah. I think our goal in the future is to get together a bunch of LGBTQ plus people and do some outdoor activities. Maybe get together and do a hike.
What should people do if they liked this video and want to see more content like it?
You should subscribe and leave a comment down below and let us know what you want to see on our channel. Thanks for coming. I'll show you the door.
Okay, well, thank you. That was exactly 70 questions. So if you could just let me out, that would be great.
Yeah,
Thank
please.
you. Yeah. If I ask any more questions, I actually will get fired because I can't ask more than 70.
Oh.
And I did my job perfectly.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
all
okay.
70 of them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you for coming.
Yep.
Anytime.
Hey, do you have the time?
Nope.
Oh, shit.